So when people ask me about why people should be on Twitter or social media and all of that, I'd like to remind people, and I think this will be a theme for our panel, is that Twitter and Facebook and all these things are just tools to get our stories out. It doesn't matter how many of these tools you're using if you're not telling a good story, if you're not telling a compelling story, something that people will come back for more. And so the story that I like to tell about how Twitter can go from just, oh, I had this awesome lunch today, to really changing the world, is that on the day that Dr. Tiller was assassinated, a little over a year ago, Dr. Tiller was a women's health physician who did very late-term abortions in Kansas and had his, he had been shot before, and he was assassinated in his church on a Sunday. He was an usher, and somebody came up and shot him. And I think we all knew that that was how Dr. Tiller was going to go. I think a lot of us knew that he had just been such a target of the antis for such a long time. I think we all knew he was going to die in a violent way. So a lot of us ended up going to Twitter. I think we just naturally went there, went to Twitter, went to Facebook, and there was this mass mourning of, I can't believe this is happening. How is it being reported on CNN versus Fox versus local news, all of this. People who were in Kansas were able to get us more information because they were there. It was a mass mourning, and it was very comforting. It showed how a lot of names, a lot of strangers can become community and is community. And then that turned into some mass action and mass education. I felt like I needed to be doing something else than just saying, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And so I went to a couple of the websites, like Medical Students for Choice, and started tweeting facts, reminding people out there that like 80 to 85% of this country's counties do not have an abortion provider. So, you know, we may have it on the books, Roe may stand, all of that, but most women do not have access to a local provider. People started tweeting about send $10 in Dr. Tiller's name to Planned Parenthood. Then it was Medical Students for Choice, the National Network of Abortion Funds, and I was like, well, send it to the Chicago Abortion Fund, where I'm on the board. You know, I hear the stories of women who need the funds all this time. So I tell that story to show that when we're on Twitter and we're on Facebook, we may sometimes be talking about our lunch. We may be bragging about our awesome soccer playing daughter. But we're there, we're creating community, we're sharing stories, and then when the shit hits the fan and we need to take action, we're there.